Hi everyone, really welcome to everyone to our today's webinar, Faster, Better and Smarter, AI Agents and Automations that are business ready. For the ones that were maybe already at Lockwood, this is not going to be completely new to you, but this is all about our upcoming AI release, summer release, and we pre-announced it at Lockwood last week. So we're happy to announce it to a broader group today. We are really at the point where an LLM can translate thousands and thousands of words before I even finish this sentence. But the point is, how many of those words would you actually trust in something like a legal document or a product manual or even your website? So that's the point, right? In enterprise localization, speed alone is really meaningless without trust. And we really often hear that AI can make localization faster and cheaper, but really efficiency is not just about making localization cheaper. It's really about introducing intelligence at every step of the process. So this is what today Maya and myself are going to show you, how we employ AI to help you make smarter decisions at scale in real time. So Maya, I'll hand it over to you to show us how. You are muted, Maya.
Oh, hi everyone. I think that we can all agree and maybe even feel around us that localization is at a breaking point. So let's see some numbers that back this up that we get from recent surveys. So global digital information is doubling every year. According to a study of marketeers, 89% of them plan to translate into 1 or even 4 languages in the next year. And 1 in 4 said their biggest challenge is quality. Thankfully, AI arrived with great timing, but can AI alone help us navigate this critical moment? Sarah, can we move on to the next slide, please? Yes, thank you. So we know that AI is powerful, but I think that we also know that AI alone is not enough. For example, let's say the word partner and imagine that you are translating that for a dating app versus a law firm. Same word, completely different meaning. So unless this fintech in our example was feeling lonely, which I don't think it's the case, then this is not a quality translation. This, of course, is just a joke, but I hope that you get the point that AI cannot be blindly trusted. But what if we combined AI with 15 years of experience in the industry, technical expertise, AI prompting, hand-holding our customers during periods of trial and error, a lot of feedback, and a lot of iterations? Well, let's see what we achieved by doing all that. Thank you. So, based on real customer data, we managed to produce AI translations where 85% out of them were production ready and did not require any significant manual edits. So we combined Transfix AI with Translation Quality Index, also known as TQI, and our TMS features, and we managed to reduce localization cost by 65%, and we had 10 times faster content delivery. So let's see how we did that. Then what is Transfix AI? Transfix AI is built on top of known LLMs. We did not try to reinvent the wheel. We combined those with style guides, glossaries, translation memory, information about the customer and their industry, everything securely. We never share, obviously, data across customers. We don't train our LLMs with customers' data, but we use them to generate contextual and personalized translations. But even if we know that we managed to achieve up to 85%, as I said before, production-ready translations, we knew that it's also important to have transparency regarding quality. We needed to identify the translations for which we were not confident. And we even expanded that to even non-AI translations. This is why we built a Translation Quality Index, or TQI. TQI is a combination of multiple LLMs. We use them to evaluate, first of all, the complexity of the source string. Then we also use MQM to evaluate the semantic quality of the translation. And finally, We use deterministic and non-deterministic checks to evaluate the structural integrity. For example, we don't want any broken HTML. And we also verify things that we can do deterministically, like missing glossary terms, for example. So, by combining powerful TMS with contextual AI translations and transparency on the quality through TQI, we got the impressive results we are seeing here. But even though fast, cheap, and quality translation is the end goal, as we all know, there are more components in a localization program. So let's see what else we can achieve with AI. As we just said, measurable translation quality, but AI can also help us to achieve speed without sacrificing control. With modern AI, we accelerate work and we have QA without sidelining our standards. We can scale without chaos, bring in this double content we mentioned before. Our robust platforms will take care of it. And an AI enables teams to handle more content, more channels, and more markets. And finally, we know that enterprise AI must be safe, explainable, and aligned with our values. So ethics without trade-offs. So Sarah, back to you.
Thank you, Maya. So as we saw, quality, speed, scale, security, those are really crucial components of a successful localization program at enterprise level, of course. And those are all aspects that are really not easy to address without a robust platform that is there to orchestrate the entire workflow of the content end to end. So this is what XTM and Transifex together are trying to solve. And this is what we are committed to deliver with our summer release, which, by the way, is not going to be our last release. So it's just the beginning of a long series of AI innovation in XTM and Transifex. This is what we call the XTM Advanced AI Pack. This is a powerful set of features that includes three main functionalities for the summer release: Language Guard, Intelligence Core, and Intelligent Workflow. I'm going to say a couple of words more on the next slides. Then we have Zaya, which is our first agentic AI solution in both XTM and XTRF. This is meant to be an AI copilot available in both tools to proactively support localization project management. And finally, we have Zira, which empowers individuals to manage the entire localization workflow end-to-end with AI, even without the need for language expertise. But starting from the Advanced AI Pack, what we've heard really from our customers a lot is that quality is one of the top concerns in the market when handling content with AI. So we have made it as a priority for this reason to address this concern. Intelligence Core in XTM is powered by Transifex TQI. So this is everything that Maya basically explained in the previous slides. We are leveraging this also in XTM. So with Intelligence Core, it is possible to automatically translate and also score the quality of the AI-generated translation using a proprietary prompt framework explained by Maya, and also pair with the MQM standard. This obviously helps reviewers know what needs fixing instantly. So as a result, we have a faster review process, but also reduce operational cost and time to publish. But the real difference is really what makes AI actionable, meaning the guidance of what the issues are. This is really a lifesaver for anyone who is then supposed to interpret the scoring, the quality scoring, and understand what needs to change in the translation in order to improve the quality. So this makes AI really not just explainable, but also actionable. But also, how can we let the quality scores drive smarter decisions? This is where intelligent workflow comes into play. With intelligent workflow, it is possible to use confidence scores to also automatically route the workflow based on the quality. So do you have high confidence in the quality? Just publish the content. Do you have maybe lower confidence because of lower scores? Then send it to post-editing or a human review. So with the intelligent workflow, then project managers can first of all set their own confidence threshold very flexibly at project level. So based on that, they can decide which steps in the workflow can automatically be closed in if a specific quality threshold is met. So this leads to less manual effort and faster time to publish, and also helps project managers make more data-driven and also AI-driven decisions. This obviously also leverages the already powerful and extremely flexible XTM workflow engine. So as also Maya said before, we're combining the AI-driven automation with the already existing powerful TMS features. But we all know that when quality also entails cultural appropriateness, it is particularly difficult to make sure that you can safeguard your brand reputation. We have seen this also in the industry. Sometimes gender bias or inappropriate language in translation has led to significant brand damage. So with Language Guard, you can eliminate this kind of translation risks, because Language Guard uses AI to flag sensitive, inappropriate, or gender biased content before it reaches your customers. So it flags risky content in real time because it is part of the quality assurance checks in Workbench. But it also at the same time suggests alternatives to make sure that the translation is more appropriate. So again, we would like AI to be as transparent, as actionable as possible. And obviously, as a consequence, it safeguards your brand reputation. Like all of the AI advanced features that I talked about so far, a very important point to highlight in this functionality is that you can bring your own key. This is a very, very important aspect that comes up very often among our enterprise customers. So if you have your own LLM and it is among the LLMs supported by XTM and Transifex, then you can also bring your own key. So you make sure that the content that you process through the TMS also is in line with your terms and conditions, and it just is managed sorry, within the LLMs and the hosting requirements that you have. But to finish really the advanced AI pack framework, I would like to also say a couple of words about our agentic AI solution. This is really one of our top highlights of the release. Just because we're aware that LLMs can do much more than optimizing linguistic efforts. So especially in the context of the decision-making process for project managers, agentic AI can represent a real game changer in terms of workflow orchestration. So with Zaya in XTM and also XTRF, we provide AI-driven project control. Zaya is the name of our AI copilot. Helps localization project managers focus on high-impact tasks with context-aware support. So what the agent does, it flags project risks before they even escalate. It also identifies the next best step based on context. And in this way, it helps project managers more safely manage timelines and optimizing resources. This is based on a very intuitive conversational AI, so it is built in a way that enables project managers to ask in very simple questions in a natural language, for example, to create a project or to identify the projects that are at risk based on specific criteria, and the agent will be there to provide on-time support. Of course, this is all based not just on conversational transparent AI, but also compliance. So, Maya, would you like to say a couple words about Zira?
Yes, thank you. So in XTM, we have a vision, a goal. We want XTM to be the brand synonymous to going global with your business. No matter what asset, what size, or what audience you want to reach, XTM has the right solution for you. And Zira is a new mindset for a new type of localization buyer. Zira is for teams that might not have the time or the budget yet, or the localization know-how. Zira was built for those scenarios. It's our answer to the growing need for end-to-end, truly AI-powered localization. It's fast, it's lightweight, and fully autonomous. What happens is that if you just want to translate, publish it, and move on, then you get AI-powered translations with Zira, without the setup, the teams, or the hassle that an advanced workflow might have. So it automates the translation through to publishing. It's entire process completed in minutes, and there is no need to know the target language. It's even for monolingual companies. So yes, we're very excited about this one, and we're also excited about what we're showing in the next slide. So Sarah? Yes. So these question marks we had earlier and the slide that Sarah presented, We are very happy to announce that formerly known as TX2 Media is now XTM Video Creation Cloud. We are unlocking a powerful new way for global brands to communicate automated and AI-enhanced video creation with our XTM Video Creation Cloud. This is not just video localization. We reuse the content at scale. We are turning documents, web content, or even product instructions into high-quality localized videos automatically. It can cover from support documentation to training modules. Every asset can now be transformed into engaging video across languages with one click, and you can publish it to your CMS or your help center or product. So let's see what we can do with Video Creation Cloud on the next slide. So with our new solution, we can automatically generate multilingual videos from source documentation with AI voiceovers and subtitles. We can instantly localize video, voice, text, and visual across more than 100 languages. And finally, keep videos compliant and up to date with seamless TMS integration because it's automatically synced with your TMS. So that's it. We're really excited. Of course, you can reach out to learn more. And Sarah, back to you.
Thank you. So that's actually the end of our presentation. So we have plenty of time to address the Q&A. And before we address the questions, though, we would like to launch a poll. So you should soon see it on your screen. And while we just address the questions one by one, please take the time to answer the question. And in the meantime, let me also look at the chat, because I already see some questions. Okay, so I already see a question about our agentic AI solution. So it's about providing specific examples of use cases of Zaya. Right, so happy to do that. So as I just quickly mentioned before, Zaya is based on conversational AI. So basically the way it works right now is like a chat. And providing that user customer are eligible to that, so then I'm going to address the second part of the question. It means that project managers on your XTM instance will be able to chat with this copilot and will be able to ask specific questions. So we are evolving the agent, of course, release by release. At the beginning, the agent in XTM is going to help project managers correctly prioritize projects. We've very often heard that project managers are really swamped or really challenged by all the projects that they need to be on top of, and it is not easy to just find the top actions that need to be taken based on, for example, approaching deadlines or at-risk projects because of unavailable resources and so on. So instead of navigating all the filters and all the projects and trying to figure out what to do next, then it will be as simple as asking the agent, give me my top 3 priorities for today, and then the agent will get back to you with a list of projects, but also the reason for the prioritization and with some additional information. It will be also very easy to get from the chat window to the actual project and the project editor. So we're also adding cross-linking for easier navigation, making sure that the user experience is as smooth as possible. On the XTRF side, the agent will also be able to create projects. So it will be smart enough also to try and predict as much as possible the project creation settings, but it is also very important for us to make sure that the agent really complies to any requirements that the user sets. So if, for example, for some reason, the project creation needs to follow specific requirements, or if for some reason the project prioritization logic needs to follow specific criteria, then the agent is always there to just learn from the user. So it will be as easy as saying, no, please correct this or prioritize based on that, and then the agent will on the fly rectify their answers. So over the next couple of releases, we're also going to extend the agent with more use cases and also make sure that it helps additional user roles. So it will not just be for project managers, but also for other roles like linguists, for example. So we will start we are now in the process of testing this out with a select group of customers, and we are also very open to feedback. So obviously the roadmap for the agent will be also based on that. The second part of the question was the cost of the AI pack. So I would really encourage you to reach out to your customer success manager. If you don't have SCS assigned, then we will reach out to you after this webinar, so to make sure that you get enough information on the commercials. So I hope this addressed the questions. Then I will move to the next ones. Are these AI products free or paid? So very similar to the previous question, it is all based on your XTM subscription, and really also based on specific offer that our team can put together for you. So I really encourage you to either reach out to your customer success manager assigned, or just write an email to us. But again, we are also taking note of the questions, and we'll make sure to also proactively reach out to you after the webinar with additional information. Then the next question is, let me check. So if the advanced AI pack is able to extract terminology from a TM, or does it require a separate glossary? So I guess this is more in the context of the AI translation paired with the scoring mechanism. So with the translation, which is with the entire intelligence score feature, which is based on the DQI framework that Maya explained, when you use the AI translation, this already tries to align with your terminology as much as possible, and it just reuses the terminology that you have in XTM. So if you create a project under a specific customer, then when you create the project, these LLMs are going to analyze this on the fly and analyze all the possible context coming from your XTM instance, meaning the TM matches that we found for the segment, but also the terminology found for that segment, and also the subject matter, and so on. So no need to create any specific or separate glossaries for that. Anything that you already have in your instance is going to be leveraged. And I'll go back to the next question. So it is about clarifying if these features will be released in the Transifex product, XTM Cloud, or both. Fair questions. So the TQI feature is already available in Transifex, and based on TQI, the intelligence core feature, intelligent workflow, and language guard are features released in XTM Cloud. Zaya, the agent, is going to be released in XTM and XTRF. Zira is a Transifex product. Maya, would you like to add anything to that?
Yes, Zaya is also be part of Transifex in the next quarters, but not in this specific release. And Zira, it's a standalone product under Transifex, as Sarah said. Yes.
Good, thank you. So, next question. This is about these features being part of XTM Cloud or additional costs. I think I addressed this. So if you are already in direct contact with the customer success manager, you can obviously already start a conversation. We will also make sure to proactively reach out after this presentation. And I'll move to the next question. How do we integrate this into our existing license? So again, this is more about a commercial discussion, so happy to proactively reach out after the webinar. So the next question is if there is an academic edition available. Okay, yes, so for students, of course. So again, that's something that you can discuss by reaching out to sales@xtm.cloud, and we'll be happy to then assist you. Then I'll go to the next question. Can the Transifex solution be integrated into translation management system, or is it a standalone application? So maybe Maya, would you like to address this?
I believe that we're talking about Transifex AI here. I'm sorry, I understand with the new portfolio with all these products that might be confusing, but Transifex AI was the technology based on which the XTM features, some of these XTM features was built. So it is like Transfix AI is part of the XTM product. So everything that we described here is going to be available in XTM, if I understand the question correctly.
Yeah, and of course, feel free to send us a next, follow-up question if we weren't able to answer that. So next question is if it's possible to set up a demo for a company, Leo. So feel free to send an email to sales@xtm.cloud, but also we'll make sure to reach out after the webinar. Next question, is it possible to train the AI models beyond style guides, glossaries, and translation memory, like giving specific instructions, tone of voice, etc.? So Maya, would you like maybe to say a couple words about TQI and style guides?
Yes, so already we are reading the style guide, and any information included there regarding tone of voice will be used. And we are, not in this release, but in upcoming release, we'll be able to understand even more custom instructions for a specific task or a specific file, more than what we include in the style guide. But if tone of voice, for example, is part of the style guide, then the translations and TQI the intelligence core takes that into consideration.
Thank you. And also from the XTM integration perspective, so when XTM leverages this TQI framework from Transifex in the context of the AI translation and intelligence core, the addition of aspects like style guides are going to be addressed later. So next question is if these features are going to be available through the XTRF workflows. So the agent, or Zaya, the name of the agent, it is available in XTM and XTRF. And when it comes to the other features, those are more focused on the linguistic aspects of the translation, some of the quality assurance like language guard and intelligence core. So that's less of a use case for XTRF, but in the context of intelligent workflow, then we are going to analyze the integration with XTRF to make sure that it is compatible also with that feature when activated. Next question is about recording. Yes, we will share the recording with all people that register to this webinar after this webinar, and obviously we'll make sure to follow up with everyone that raised questions in the chat. Next question is, let me just double check. So can you clarify how XTM ensures data security and privacy when integrating with cloud-based LLMs, particularly regarding data retention, third-party access, and compliance with regulations like GDPR? Because it's a growing concern for customers handling sensitive data when offered AI-driven solutions. Maria, would you like to say maybe a couple words about that?
Yes, one of the things I mentioned before is that we don't use customer data to train LLM. Every time we're asking for a new translation or we're asking for quality index, it's ask and then forget. Of course, if some of our customers would like custom training, we can do that, but the general solution does not include training. Plus, as Sarah mentioned before, we can even use your own key so that you can manage your own account, your own LLM account, and XTM or Transfix is just using that key to generate the translation so that you can full ownership and control on the communication with the LLMs.
Thank you. And by the way, on our website, there is additional information on our compliance. So we have a trust center with all the additional information about how XTM approaches the security and compliance topic. And we're also going to more documentation around our GenAI features. So next question from Andrea, is it possible to choose which engines will be used for different languages? A good question. For now, XTM and Transifex support a specific set of LLMs. This is also to make sure that the best LLM is used for a specific use case. We are constantly looking and researching and testing additional LLMs to see if they also perform in the use cases we just described. For now, we don't give the flexibility of just swapping any LLMs with any LLMs in specific features. It needs to be in the context of the LLMs that we support. But that's something that we're looking at extending in the near future. So next question is, and final question for now, if this Copilot will be available offline as well. No. So Zira is to be really understood as in the context of XTM Cloud and Transifex. So while you are using any of these products and you are working online, so that's going to be one of the additional benefits then of working online and then using the agent, but it's not then supposed to work offline. Okay, so I don't see any more questions. If I inadvertently just skip any questions, no worries, because we are recording all questions, so we'll make sure to follow up offline if we didn't address any of these. Okay, and the webinar is being recorded again, so no worries, we will follow up after this webinar and we will send you an email with the recording. And also, before wrapping up, I would like to remind you of the next webinar that will also take place in really a month, starting from today. So on July 11th, we are going to host a webinar that is going to really be a deeper dive on all the features that we talked about. So it's going to be more of a demo-based webinar, where we're going to really showcase all of the AI features that we just described, and it will really help you get a more practical view of all the benefits that these features can bring you and to your workflows. So I think this is a wrap. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's webinar. And we're really looking forward to see you on our next webinar on July 11th. And until then, wish you all the best. Take care.
Thank you.